What's going on, y'all? It's your boy No Cut, and I'm back again with another one. I need you guys to do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon for more videos like this. That being said, let's get into it. So I tried to do a live yesterday about Jaron Ennis' jealousy for Terence Crawford. You know, the man hates the man with a passion. Like I'm dead serious. Y'all think I'm playing when I come on here and talk boxing and talk, like, you know, sometimes I do be trolling, like laughing and stuff like that. But when I make these videos, I'm be dead serious, bro. The man hates Ennis, Jaron Boots Ennis. He hates Terence Crawford with a passion. You know how somebody hate? The reason, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give y'all the reasons why he hate the man. He hate the man because the man is a better version than him. But how can you hate somebody because they're better than you? I mean, this is God-given talent. You can't get mad at him. He was born with that. You can't get mad at him because he was born with that. You feel me? You gotta just keep working on yourself. That's all you gotta do. Keep working on yourself. I mean, I don't know how you can increase your IQ part of the game, because that's really hard to increase it to the level that Bud is on, because Bud IQ is literally on another level, bro. I'm telling you, this man is a boxing computer in there. And Ennis is jealous. He can't compete with something like that. And this jealousy's been around for a long time. So let me tell you how, I'm about to really prove it to y'all how this guy hate Bud with a passion, bro. And we need to call this stuff out. Teofimo Lopez showed that shit too. So all these fighters secretly got secret animosity and hatred for another man who doesn't even think about them or look their way. You understand? Not even worrying about them. Actually want them to do good. Like Teofimo Lopez hatred for Crawford was ridiculous. I never knew Teo hated Bud that much. Soon as Bud left Top Rank, Teo started showing how much he hated that man, bro. How much he hated that man. He started talking all this weird stuff like we couldn't even believe. I'm like, yo. And then there's pictures of him hugging Bud with a fake ass smile on his face. And then, to be honest, all his hatred came out when he went to Canelo camp. And then guess what? The guy that you love so much and the guy that you hate so much that's always rooting for you, you go to the guy that you love so much, which is Canelo, and Canelo kick you out of his camp. You see, that's how the world works. I'm gonna get off topic for a second, but I just want to prove a point. In life, you could like somebody so much, like a female, for example. You could like a female so much, but that female may not like you as much as you like her. It's rare to find a female that really wants you as much as you want her, because everybody got a motive nowadays, right? So it's rare to really find that. So if you do find that, you gotta hold on to that. But it's always like this. The one that you want the most don't be wanting you, bro. The girl that you want the most don't be wanting you like that. But when it's like that, or sometimes when they do want you, it's not what you expected it to be. This was the situation. Pause. I don't want to relate. I'm just giving y'all an example. I don't want to relate that to boxing, but I just want to give y'all an example, and that was the quickest example I could give y'all. It's the same situation right here. Teo got so much respect for what's his name? Canelo Alvarez. He even tried to force himself into Canelo Alvarez camp. Canelo Alvarez kicked his ass out when he should have been into Terence Crawford camp. Crawford would have welcomed Teofimo Lopez with welcome arms. Teofimo Lopez could have went to the Bud Crawford camp. You want to go over to Canelo camp and start saying Canelo's gonna knock out Bud, I want to fight Bud, all these dumb shit you didn't really have to say. You understand what I'm saying? He started showing his true hatred for the man. He even went to the Earl Spence fight and said, yo, Earl, you're gonna beat this guy. It's will over skill. I'm like, bro, what the freak are you talking about? Will over skill. That man got will and skill too. And he's the better fighter all around. How is he gonna lose to Earl? But it is what it is. So he kept telling him, he kept showing his true color, saying, Bud's gonna lose or whatever. Kept showing his true color, saying, oh man, Bud's gonna lose. Canelo's gonna knock him out. He kept, it's what we call a coon. He kept being a coon just to be in Canelo camp or whatever. Canelo added him to his camp. Canelo ended up kicking him out. Then after Canelo kicks him out, now he says, oh, I think Bud could beat Canelo. Get the fuck out of here, Teo. Get the freak out of here. Nobody wants to hear you talk in my Canelo voice. Get the freak out of here. You're a horrible fighter. Terrible. Hey, yo. Canelo funny as shit. As soon as he learned English, that shit was over. Take the L out of leather, it's over. But yeah, so Canelo kicked him out. Canelo wasn't rocking with him, kicked him right out his camp. Like, no, I'm not banging with you when you could have been in Bud's camp, but you showed your hatred. But I don't want to get off topic. Let's get back to talking about main man Ennis. Let's talk about Ennis and his hatred for the man. His hatred, he showed us how much he hated the man when he lied on the podcast with Wallow and Gilly, right? He was on the podcast with Wallow and Gilly and he lied. He said, man, I've been trying to fight you since 2017. Bro, right? 2017, that man was still at 140, bro. Why are you lying to the public? That's when everybody stopped really listening to Buddy. Stopped taking him seriously. When he went on that podcast, he woke up. They probably called him at the wrong time, but he lied on when the entire world was listening. He went on there and he lied his ass off. You understand what I'm saying? Which is disgusting behavior. Disgusting behavior by this guy. He went on that podcast and he lied. He said, man, I've been trying to fight this man since you've been trying to fight somebody that wasn't even looking your way. And that person was still in a lower weight class. So you had your eye on that. So pretty much what he's saying, I don't know if you people got to pay attention to what's going on. Pretty much what he's saying is he's been watching this man when this man wasn't even worrying about him. He's been watching this man, but he didn't really want to fight him. He's been clout chasing is what he meant. Is what he should have said. Say, I've been clout chasing, stalking you, or trying to steal some of your moves. Trying to steal some of your moves since 2017. That's what you should have said, because you didn't really want to fight, because that fight got offered to him. But I'm saying, that's how you know he's been hating, bro. That's how you know he's been hating, because you watching somebody in a lower weight class than you, right? The man was at 140, you was at 147. How the freak are you watching him talking about you've been trying to fight him since 2017? He wasn't even at welterweight. He didn't come to welterweight till 2018. Like, do y'all not sit down and think about stuff like this? Like, damn, this dude really a hater for real. This dude really a hater, bro. So you really been clocking somebody who's in a lower weight class than you. A lower weight class. Didn't even come in your weight class yet. First of all, you're not even a champion yet. When that man came to your weight class, he took over your weight class, became a champion in his first weight class. Let me show y'all why this dude's so mad and jealous and hate this man guts. We see the difference from Ennis and Bud. Bud moves up in weight, challenges the champion. Ennis moves up to get a tune-up. Are you serious, bro? Disgusting behavior, bro. Like I said, he's been watching this man since freaking 2017, but not really trying to fight him, because that fight got offered to him twice, bro. He got a lucrative offer from BLK Prime. Steven Espinosa turned it down. His father said they couldn't do it unless it was on Showtime. Bro, you guys wasn't even the B side, the C side, let alone the D side for you to make any demands. We're talking about a guy who's a 3-division world champion at the time, a 3-division world champion at the time, a 1-division undisputed champion, 2-division lineal champion, or was it 2 or 3? I think it's 2-division lineal champion. We talking about that guy, and you at that time you was making like $100K a fight, and you telling him to come on your network? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. There's no room for him to even sit on a negotiation table. He's never even won his world title. He never even won a world title at that time. So when he got offered that lucrative offer for BLK, if he really believed in himself and believed in his skills, and his father did, and Steven Espinosa did, they would have made that fight. He turned the fight down. Bud ended up fighting Avanesian. And then he said, oh, you chose to fight Avanesian before you fought me. No, you got offered to fight first. You turned it down. The reason why you say, oh, you chose to fight Avanesian and then fight me, is because you're not on the same page with your folks. You're not on the same page with your folks. Your folks got the offer. Your folks got the offer. They probably never told you. Or you acting like you don't know what's going on. You know what's going on. Either he's acting like he don't know what's going on, or they never told him about the offer, because they spoke on it. Espinosa got asked a question about it, and he said, yeah, there was an offer. And his pop got asked a question about it, and he said, yeah, there was an offer. So reality is, there was an offer. Either they never told him, or he do know about it, and he's playing dumb. And then the other time he was supposed to fight him, is when he was ranked number 2 in the WBO. He was ranked number 2. What did he do? He went and fought Karen. He had 2 chances. He was ranked number 2 in the WBO and chose to fight Karen. When he fought Karen, this is what happens. When you fight a guy, when he fought the guy Karen, he became the IBF interim champion. So that removes him from the WBO ranking because his only next move is to fight for the IBF belt. Do you understand? He took himself because he can't unify. He don't have a real belt. He can't unify unless it's a voluntary fight, but it's still not a unification because it's not a real belt. It's just an interim belt. Unless it's a voluntary fight, because it's an interim belt, it's not an official belt. But anyway, when he fought Karen, he took himself out of the race, and that was all she wrote, man. He took himself out of the race. He couldn't fight for the WBO no more, so he had to fight for the IBF. So he turned down his 2 chances, and people fail to talk about that, which is crazy. You know, y'all ignore that all the time and say, "Oh man, Bud gave up his belt and went to 147 and went to 154." That wasn't the case. Y'all don't follow the sport because we've seen this stuff happen multiple times. How did he get the IBF? Bud didn't give the IBF up. Bud got stripped. You know why did he get stripped? He got stripped because he was in a 2-fight deal. I don't know how many times I gotta explain this stuff to you. He's in a 2-fight deal with EJ, right? A 2-fight deal with EJ. He cannot break contract. He can't break contract, right? You're in a 2-fight deal. You can get sued. So he couldn't really break contract or he was going to get sued. So so the IBF ordered him to fight because the IBF should have ordered it for him to fight EJ. For real. The IBF should have been ordered him to fight EJ before the undisputed fight. Because he's been EJ mandatory for almost 2 years. Not only was he ranked number 2 in the WBO, but he was actually EJ mandatory. He was basically EJ mandatory for almost 2 years. You understand what I'm saying? But once he got the interim, that means he had to fight EJ. There was no way around it. Now it became mandatory, but the IBF didn't even order it. They wait until after the fight. Oh, matter of fact, I'm wrong. They order it before the fight, but they order it right before the fight. They order it right before the fight. But it was his fault they ordered it. Let me tell you why. He knew those 2 guys was about to fight because they've been talking about it for years, and I've heard his people talk about it too. Oh, we know Bud or Earl's going to fight, then they're going to move up. If you know they're going to fight, they're going to move up, right? Why would you file a petition? You trying to make that man look bad. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? They try to make that man look bad. I'm about to tell you what I mean by that. They try to make that man look bad when they filed the petition because they knew he's locked in a 2-fight deal contract. And after his fight, he got to wait for another fight with Earl if Earl accepts it. And Earl declined the fight. Earl waited